I was so eager to end that last episode on a cliffhanger that I didn't even check my health was full or my inventory was suited. And the vault was going pretty decent. I didn't have the most health, but I was using my surroundings to my own advantage. And as you can see, it's not anything too crazy. And just like that was enough to level up. And with finally finishing up my starter base and setting up a little enchanting area, I just got the most basic of enchantments, then made my way to start a new vault. It was a scavenging vault, as you can see, and the item deposition system was just too confusing for me. So I completely ignored the scavenging part of the vault and just got to killing mobs as I had the advantage with the water. And while trying to loot just a generic chest, with the corner of my eye I spotted a hidden treasure room, so I just had to use the water to my advantage to get in there. I could barely see that it was a room full of goodies, yet it was too dangerous for me to explore yet. So what did I do? I just went inside and tried to take everything, and my first attempt was pretty healthy, to be honest. Then I realized I hadn't spent my first skill point yet, so I took heal, which is extremely overpowered for your first skill in my opinion. And as I was feeling immortal, I went back to the treasure room, where this happened. I got this. Had it coming. Never think that you're immortal. You won't be. With that frustration out of the way, I thought this would be the perfect time to start my own mob spawner. And it's currently just a little platform, as I realized I had literally no materials to build an actual mob grinder. So I started another vault. And just as the loot was getting any good, history repeated itself. Trying to run vaults without an efficiency pickaxe is just the worst idea. And like any of that wasn't bad enough, I forgot that I wasn't holding shift. Today's really not my day. I had all the rights to rage quit then. But there's the glaring issue of the mob spawner staring right back at me, so I gotta tackle that. But I still don't have any materials, so here's a different way to enter the vault. Maybe it can bring some luck. And inside was waiting for me a pile of ornate chests, which can contain valuable items including chromatic iron, which is the material you need to actually go into the real vaults. These are just the resource vaults. And with no spawner inside, it was just a blast to loot around. The water bucket was the actual win of this vault though. And don't mind if I take the anvils as well. About halfway there to complete a diamond set. And I was greeding for some coin piles, which I can't really use for a while. So I had to resort to a 5000 IQ moment. And that definitely was failing my only ender pearl. If I was to get out, I had to remove all the spawnable locations, clear all the mobs, then destroy the spawner. And the rest was just digging up. And while I'm running for my salvation, why don't you check if you're subscribed or not? If not, why not? And with my first decent vault run in ages, it's time we leave this one behind. And another level just like that. And here's why water was so important. We've got a rescue mission at hand, which was, all things considered, pretty easy to pull off. And while I couldn't get too much materials from the vault, as I have bamboo, it means I've got infinite building blocks. I'm lucky to have found the village. And thanks to the bamboo, now I can finish my enchanting area. After finally conquering a vault with pretty decent loot, I've completed working on the mob spawner, which you can see working on the backside. But now I understand walls around the place is also needed. Such a creeper fell on my head and it went boom. Well, on a different note, the crystal bud you see right beside me gives you only a resource walls, and they're not actual walls. And to craft the actual vault altar, you need some obsidian. So what I'm hoping for is to find some lava and take the obsidian with me. And there's some good news, and there's some bad news. I just hope not being able to break obsidian is unintentional behavior, and I can't wait to farm it with dripstone. And the mob spawner is working just fine, so I gotta get to enchanting. That's a pretty good one. Silk touch. This means we gotta get to level 30. Well, I got no reason to not craft the altar right now. A terrible place to put it, but finally. Okay then, let's see what our first crystal brings. Pretty good. Got an apple, some gold, dripstone and cobble. I spent all my cobble. I spent all my cobble. And lava. With the last apple that escaped my attention, I've got a little vault crystal to take. Nice, the first one. First actual vault of 1.18. My preparation should be enough, and I'm still keeping one bucket for lava. I just gotta get to level 30 real quick. Come on, efficiency. Perfection. Down to the last minute details. My boots could use some more feather falling, but, well, I can arrange this chest a bit later on. Now, it's time to actually go into a vault. Oh, a sand team one. I'm always up to get some new materials. And my first room is looking pretty neat. And I'm not gonna go into the stronghold, right? Is this cheesing? Well, now it's not. Okay, this is not working either. Heal, heal, heal! Oh, just... I've ate so much in the last I don't know how many seconds. I'm not even considering looting that place after that. And even though this stronghold doesn't seem to have a portal room, it'll still have the better loot of the average rooms above, I guess. Oh. Huh? I guess doors can have traps now? I should be good to go. Okay, that's rude. But it's just poison, it won't kill me. What? Seriously? It did say I was killed by magic, but did they really change a game mechanic as an untasteful surprise? I don't want to take my frustration out of the developers, but that's just... all that. For that. Guess in this modpack, your experience doesn't matter, you will not survive your first vault. It's just a given now. I'm just too salty to make rational decisions right now, so I'm just gonna cry myself to my first ever sleep. But before I let everyone go, I gotta do the YouTuber thing. Now that these are unlocked from the get-go, my chair is floating. Well, after that disastrous run, it's gonna mean that I've gotta go. So it's like a reverse Halloo. But if you haven't had enough, why don't you check the video on the screen? Well, other than that, see ya!